The night before the ceremony, Amina made up her mind. She couldn't go through with it. She couldn't sacrifice a chance to have a family, to be a mother. It wasn't worth it. She would work hard and trust in God. He would make a way for her, and this was certainly not the right path for her. Quietly, she packed her belongings, taking only what was important. Halima was away at a party, and Amina hoped she wouldn't return until after she was gone. However, as she was about to leave, Halima caught her in the hallway. Where are you going? I can't do this, Halima. I can't sacrifice my future like this, Amina replied, tears streaming down her face. Halima's face twisted with anger. You're throwing away your only chance at a better life. No, Halima, there has to be another way, Amina said, her voice firm, despite the tears. I have to stay true to myself. Without another word, Amina fled from Halima's apartment, running through the streets until she found the bus station. She boarded a bus heading out of the city, her heart pounding with fear and relief. As the bus sped away from the city, Amina felt a sense of freedom she hadn't felt in months. She didn't know what the future held, but she was determined to face it with integrity and hope. She arrived at the village just as dawn was breaking. Her family was surprised, but overjoyed to see her. Amina hugged them tightly, feeling the warmth of their love and support. Later that day, as Amina and Miriam, her mother, sat alone in front of their hut, Miriam turned to her daughter. Amina, I'm so grateful, my dear, for everything you've done for us. I know it's a huge responsibility for a young lady like you to bear. I can see that something is troubling you. What is it, my daughter? Please talk to me. Amina hesitated, unsure of how much to reveal to her mother. Mama, things in the city are very complicated. I've met some people who have helped me, but I'm not sure if I'm doing the right thing. Amina went on to share her story with her mother, and Miriam listened, her eyes filled with a mix of pride and concern. Miriam took Amina's hand in hers. My child, you've always been strong and wise beyond your years. You did the right thing, Miriam said, holding Amina's hand. True success comes from hard work and integrity, not shortcuts and sacrifices that go against your values. Amina nodded, feeling a sense of peace. She knew the road ahead would be very difficult, but she was ready to face it with the strength and resilience she had gotten from her mother. The following morning, she bid her family farewell and returned to the city, determined to find a way to support her family without compromising her integrity and values. In the weeks that followed, Amina found work in a nearby town, working in a bakery, earning a modest income but with a clear conscience. She visited her family often, and her mother and siblings were always happy to see her. One afternoon, as Amina was arranging freshly baked bread on the shelves, she saw Halima walk into the bakery. Halima's face lit up when she saw Amina. Amina, what are you doing here? I work here now, Amina replied, smiling. How have you been, Halima? Halima's expression turned serious. I've been worried about you. You stopped picking my calls after you ran away from my house. Why did you do that? I needed to find my way, Amina explained. I couldn't continue with the secrecy, and that life just isn't the path I want to choose. Halima nodded, understanding. I respect your decision, Amina. Honestly, I wish I had the same strong will and resolve you do. I've always admired that about you. Your words have haunted me since the night you left my house, and now I know I should have made different choices. You see, the glamorous lifestyle hides the pain and regret I feel inside. I regret my decisions and I'm ready to leave the blood sisters. You've given me the courage to do the right thing. You've always been true to yourself. If you ever need anything, my friend, please don't hesitate to reach out. Amina thanked Halima, feeling grateful for her friend's support and understanding. As Halima left the bakery, Amina felt a sense of peace. She had chosen a path that aligned with her values and allowed her to support her family with integrity. As the months passed, Amina's dedication and hard work did not go unnoticed. Mrs. Adeyemi, the owner of the bakery where Amina worked, owned many other bigger bakeries all over the country. She was particularly impressed by Amina's character and work ethic. One afternoon, Mrs. Adeyemi approached Amina. Amina, I've been observing you, Mrs. Adeyemi began, her voice warm and encouraging. Your dedication, your honesty, and hard work have greatly impressed me. I would like to promote you to become the manager of our biggest bakery branch in this town. Amina's eyes widened in disbelief. Really, ma'am? Me? Yes, Amina. You deserve it, my dear. The position comes with a lot of responsibilities and a significant pay raise, and I believe you are very capable of handling those responsibilities. Tears of joy welled up in Amina's eyes. Thank you so much, Mrs. Adeyemi. I don't know how to express my gratitude. I promise to do my best and not to disappoint you. Thank you so much, ma'am. You've earned it, Amina. Just keep up the good work. You're a hardworking and very decent young lady. I believe in you. The promotion brought not only financial relief but also a deep sense of accomplishment. Amina could now provide better for her family and even save for her siblings' education. Her life had taken a turn for the better and she was immensely grateful. She moved into a small two-bedroom apartment and relocated her mother and siblings to the city to live with her. She enrolled her brother and sister in school and worked hard at her job, making sure not to disappoint Mrs. Adeyemi. She was happy and couldn't believe how things were finally working out for her. As the end of the year approached, the bakery held its annual Christmas office party at Mrs. Adeyemi's mansion. The atmosphere was festive, with Christmas decorations, music, and laughter filling the air. Amina, dressed in a simple yet elegant red dress, felt a sense of belonging and pride as she mingled with her colleagues. During the party, Mrs. Adeyemi approached Amina with a young man by her side. Amina, I would like to introduce you to meet my son, Bayo. He's just returned from the UK where he works as a medical doctor. Bayo extended his hand, smiling warmly. It's a pleasure to meet you, Amina. My mother has told me so much about you. She is very proud to have you work for her. Amina shook his hand, her heart fluttering. Nice to meet you, Bayo. As the evening progressed, Amina and Bayo found themselves in deep conversation. They shared stories about their lives, their dreams, and their challenges. Bayo was captivated by Amina's strength and beauty, while Amina was drawn to Bayo's kindness, his intelligence, and humility, despite having been born with a silver spoon. Over the next few months, Bayo and Amina's friendship blossomed into something deeper. Even after Bayo returned to the UK, he kept in touch through calls and sent gifts, showing his affection and care for Amina. Despite the distance, their bond grew stronger and they talked on the phone every day, sharing their life stories, their dreams, and aspirations for the future. It felt like they had always known each other, despite having met just 3 months ago for the first time. 3 months later, Bayo returned to Nigeria and invited Amina to dinner at his mother's house. They enjoyed their meal, chatting with Mrs. Adeyemi, but Amina could sense that Bayo was nervous. After the meal, they went to the living room and Bayo approached Amina. Amina, there's something important I want to ask you, Bayo said. What is it, Bayo? Amina asked, her heart racing. Bayo got down on one knee, pulling out a small velvet box. Amina gasped in surprise. Bayo, she whispered shyly. Amina, you are the most amazing woman I've ever met. Your strength, kindness, and beauty have captured my heart. Please, would you do me the honor of being my wife? Please, will you marry me? Amina's heart filled with tears of joy. Yes, Bayo. Yes, I'll marry you. They embraced, their hearts bursting with happiness. Mrs. Adeyemi was overjoyed. Oh, I'm so happy for both of you. Amina, welcome to the family, my dear. My son has found a good wife. Amina's journey had been long, filled with trials and tribulations, but she had remained true to herself, guided by her faith, moral values, and the love of her family. Her decision to choose integrity over shortcuts had led her to a life filled with love, success, and happiness. As she looked back on her path, Amina felt a deep sense of gratitude. She had made the right choices, and her patience and perseverance had paid off. She was ready to face the future with hope, surrounded by the people she loved and who loved her in return.